Azraels, it's Vegisaurus. I'm gonna do kind of a rant style video. This is my first video in my new set of vlogs on YouTube. My first set are all private because they were in my 12 to 14 age span. So my random phase, I really don't want the world to see that because it is so absolutely cringeworthy. I'm not quite as brave as Dan Howell. I'm not going to leave my first video up there. It's a little bit of an introduction to myself. Really, I'm not really the type of person to let other people get under my skin. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. I let people annoy me more than I should. There's this one guy in my previous chemistry class who, I hate that guy. I've learned not to let what people say get to me on a deeper level. Mostly it just rolls off. I mean, anyone could probably walk up to me and tell me to take a fiery nosedive into a pit, and I'd shrug it off and probably tell them to take a hike. But not that nice phrasing. However, there are a handful of people that one little leaf-sized comment could probably leave me immobilized and on the brink of tears. My mother, my grandmother, sometimes my sister, and a few close friends. But just one comment like, hey, you're being a little weird, can send me down to this spiraling storm of absolute and utter despair. And I have no idea why. I got my feelings hurt a lot as a kid. I was picked on in elementary school and stuff like that. And when I moved schools, I went to a totally different school district. I was even homeschooled for a year between the two. I wasn't exactly made fun of at my new school. Nowadays, it's more people know who I am and I'm not all that interesting. So, but I can never tell if people are treating me badly, if I was just overreacting. After a while, I did kind of figure it out. But there were still a few people that, whatever they said, I would take so personally, and I would get so hurt. And if they had said, just little things, if they weren't clearly happy with me, I would automatically assume that they were mad, and I'd done something horrendously wrong, and that would cause me to shell up like a socially challenged turtle that I am, and hide in my room and cry for an hour. It was either earlier this week or last week. One of my friends, we were sitting at lunch together. I was happy as Larry, and I laid my head on his shoulder, but he wasn't feeling that good that day. He was really hot. I could feel body heat radiating off of him, and it was kind of uncomfortable on my part, but snuggles. And he said that, body heat was the last thing he needed right now, so I got off. And I tried to, billow his shirt a little bit, and halfway through the action, I realized kind of how weird that was. And I stopped, but then he said the dreaded words.
Meg, you're being a little weird.
And it took me 5 minutes of staring at the lunch table and trying not to cry to recompose myself. And, he had hurt my feelings because he knows, I'm ridiculously sensitive with some people. And of course I lied if he asked if I hurt his feelings because, I don't want to look like a wuss. Of course, he's probably now going to see this. It's on the internet. Forever. Sorry, Sam. And I have no idea why I'm like this, or even if it's a normal thing that happens. I don't know why it's only 5 people that this happens with. So if anyone has any advice what to do about it, please, for the love of God, let me know. I need help. This is a problem. Oh, my grandpa's yelling at the TV. I just heard him go, "Arr!" And I got concerned because the man has had a heart attack.